Yeah. What's up? Turning Red is the new original animated film from Pixar. It stars Rosalie Chang as Maylin Lee, who is a bright, achieving young girl who loves her friends, her studies, and her mother. But she is a little bit torn between her mother, trying to be a good daughter within her growing up. But May always stays positive within her school life, whether it be crushing at math, crushing on a cute boy, or crush with her friends altogether to a boy band named Fortem. By the way, this is, if you don't know, this is set in the early 2000s. Maylin's life is going well, until one day, after May has an embarrassing outburst, and a terrifying nightmare on top of that, as she awakens the next morning into a giant red panda.
What did you say?
What I'm saying is that May's mother, Ming, tells May that her ancestors have a history with red pandas, which has become a blessing to their whole family, and it has also become, as what the film describes, as a little inconvenience. May has to deal with becoming a panda every time she has a strong emotion or such, as a curse, and that the curse can be contained by performing a sacred ritual. But the more May explores her vibrant panda side, the more she feels comfortable with it, and she doesn't want to let it go. Pixar is an animation studio that is always at the top of their game, cranking more hits than misses, most of the time. Not as usual, trust me. As much as I liked recent Pixar films like Incredibles 2, Finding Dory, and Monsters University, the sequels, Pixar is really at their best when cranking out original ideas. But Pixar has had a recent gold streak with Onward, Soul, and Luca. Yeah, but Turning Red specifically is a different kind of Pixar film that it really feels like it comes from a fresh voice, since this is actually the first Pixar film to be entirely directed by a woman. Jeez, it took him this long. But when I say different, I mean different in a really, really good way. Turning Red is unique, weird, emotional, and spectacularly joyful. I emphasize with May and her struggle of figuring herself out, but has help from her friends, which these are literally the coolest friends in the world. May's friends consist of Miriam, who is caring and looks out for every one of her friends. She lets May know that despite of her appearance, she, among with Priya and Abby, will always love her. It brings a tear to my eye. Also, Priya is very, very chill. She can be deadpan with her look, the resting face. But she could be energetic with her friends on certain occasions. Wait a minute. Why does she look kind of familiar? Oh my god! Shit! Oh, wait, where was I? Oh yeah, the other friend. Yeah, Abby. Oh yeah, she's hilarious and aggressive. She doesn't give zero fucks. She definitely doesn't, especially in one scene in which she punches May literally in the face.
Abby, hit me.
Damn! Flex tape ain't gonna fix that! Actually, Abby looked a little too happy punching May in the face. Abby, I'm onto you. Overall, May and her crew are absolutely awesome. And they also beatbox together, which, listen, that is awesome too, alright? A little bat told me once that the only way to get out of a down moment is to start boxing. Beatboxing. Yeah, that's what's up. Bro. But they meet other people, such as Tyler, who is a bully, but later on in the film he kind of becomes not a bully, I guess? But that doesn't stop May from obliterating him in one scene.
Mama's girls.
But one major character specifically is May's mom, Ming, who is overprotected to insane degrees. I was even cringing near the beginning with her embarrassing May. But she has a character arc of her own, and also her sisters, which I won't spoil, but it builds the themes that surround this entire film. I love that this film was kind of pushing the boundaries of the PG rating in parts. They even mentioned periods in this film. I gotta hand it to them, they went there. I loved how realistic these characters were, and how even in the more comical elements of the film, it also expressed the themes of generational trauma and change. Now for the animation, listen, it's hard to talk about this film without explaining kind of like the whole backlash it has had over, some toxic groups of people. Fucking Twitter! Yeah, there are some people on Twitter that literally are describing the film's animation and also the whole story of the film as being kind of, I don't know, it's not their cup of I wouldn't even say cup of tea. They're just downright kind of hating it. They're just kind of dissing it for the because it's I know I guess it's cool to diss things like for example, Spider-Man No Way Home. Like the visual effects, people are dissing the visual effects. I mean, you got 3 Spider-Man back. I don't know what the hell. People are hating too much on this shit. Honestly, I like the animation. All right, there are people that are dissing the animation style for not being up to par with other Pixar films. I don't think the animation looks bad, but also, let me tell you a little about something called range. An animation studio can have different animation styles. Look at Sony Pictures Animation. They don't have the same style for each film. And if this style reminds you of anything, this film is actually directed by Domee Shi, who directed the short Bow, which was shown before The Incredibles 2. With all of that said, this film is partially inspired by animes that Domee Shi loved, such as Ranma 1/2, which makes total sense if you've seen that anime. Inuyasha, which, yeah, I guess you can see that. And Sailor Moon, which I didn't see any Sailor Moon inspiration, like, for a good amount of the film. But in the third act, there were definitely some Sailor Moon aspects, which also led to some of my favorite shots in the film, not gonna lie. As for the music,
it's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. But when we are apart, I feel it too.
I played this clip to showcase that the film does something different than the average Pixar film. It is a period piece set in the early 2000s. So most of the music and references are from that era, especially with a fictional boy band presented in the film as their name is dubbed Four Town. Wait, why are they called Four Town if there's only 5 members in the group? Explain to me! Oh, whatever. Yeah, this band is inspired by 2000s bands like NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys. Wait a minute! What does this dude remind me of? Oh my god! It's Jimin from BTS! But overall, the songs are good. Also considering that Billie Eilish and Phineas wrote the songs. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but Billie and Phineas rock making 2000s pop songs. Like who the hell knew? Should they dive more into that expertise? Like, should Billie Eilish bring back 2000s pop? Overall, Turning Red is a fictionalized but personal look at puberty. And honestly, it feels refreshing. It's very fun, joyous, and as of every Pixar film, it packs an emotional punch to the gut. I think Turning Red is a really good film that absolutely hit me with its themes. Even with all the backlash and such, honestly, like, even if you're not, like, I don't know, a girl, you could still relate to this film involving the themes of change and also trying to find out who you are. My only flaw with the film is that it could be a little out there in parts. Like, the first 10 minutes are a tad annoying, but it makes up for it. Believe me, the movie really makes up for it. Now, compared to Soul and Luca, personally, I like those two films like a smidge more, but look at it this way. Turning Red feels like a bold move in terms of Pixar storytelling, and again, it feels like it has a fresh voice beyond the center of it all. It really doesn't deserve the criticism surrounding its animation style, or really its whole story and such. I don't fucking know Twitter. Even if you're not sure, I'd still recommend to check it out. A few of my favorite films ever are films that are out of my usual taste. It's important to have range, especially in self-development and well-being. And self-development and well-being are exactly what this film showcases. I give Turning Red an A-. Wow. The Batman and Turning Red in 1 week. We are being fed, people. I hope you liked what you saw. Please like and subscribe. Sayonara, pretty people. And also, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go hang out with Ray and the pals. Bro!